Are you a slave master in search of something new? Are you an enchantress with an ever-insufficient magic budget? Are you a misunderstood genius? Sign up with the Dungeons Company. Assemble your ideal team, train your monsters to defend our treasures from ever stupider heroes. Feel free to give us a call by Crystal Ball at and become a part of the Legend of Keepers.
Hi and welcome to Scorverse. In this video we're going to take a look at the Legend of Keepers Career of a Dungeon Manager. I've been playing this game on and off when I had some free time, and I can already tell you this game is really good. If I had to describe this game, I would say that this is a reverse Darkest Dungeon. In this game you don't go exploring dungeons as heroes, you instead play as the monsters, as the dungeon masters. You set up traps and try to protect the dungeon's loot from adventurers. A new DLC just came out called Feed the Troll that added new monsters, new traps, new artifacts, and a brand new dungeon master. During this video we're going to play the first mission for this new dungeon master, and I'm also going to try and tell you a bit more about the game, so let's get started.
It is inevitable.
As you can see up here we have 5 dungeon masters. The first 3, the Enchantress, the Slaveholder, and the Engineer were part of the original game. The fourth one, the Goddess, was added with the first DLC. And of course the Shaman, the fifth one, is the new Dungeon Master that was just added with this second DLC. And I'm pretty sure they are going to add at least one more. Each Dungeon Master has a talent tree. As you can see here, this is the talent tree for the Shaman. And each talent tree is different for each Dungeon Master, as you can see. Let's go back to the Shamans. I'm not gonna go into much detail about this talent tree because I think you have to play at least one mission before you decide how you want to spend your skill points. And because I've never played this Dungeon Master, I have no idea. We also have a compendium up here. And we can check all of the artifacts, monsters and traps that we unlocked up until now. Some of them are locked because you need to finish a certain mission to unlock it. Like for example, let's check this one. Complete mission 4 of the Engineer. So we have to finish the 4 mission for the Engineer to unlock this artifact and find it while playing the game. And also some of the monsters and traps are only available for a certain Dungeon Master. Like for example, this Skeleton Dragon is only available for the Enchantress. Or this trap is also only available for the Enchantress. And this one is only available for the Goddess. Okay, so we're going to play the first mission for the Shaman. We can see here the reward that we're gonna get, and once we finish the mission, if we finish it successfully of course, we're gonna unlock this artifact. Here we can see the starting lineup, we can see the monsters that we're gonna start with and the traps that we're gonna start with. And we can also customize the difficulty of the game if we want to. We can customize the strength of the heroes, we can customize the gold gains, the master's life, motivation lost. I'm gonna talk more about the motivation once we start playing the game, and we can also customize how long the game is gonna be. If we increase difficulty, we're gonna actually gain more experience after the mission is done, but I'm just gonna play on normal, so yeah, let's do this. Okay guys, so for each week we have to make a choice, we have to choose a task. If you choose a task, the other tasks won't be available anymore. So for the second week, if we choose Trainer, we won't be able to choose Merchant or Engineer. But for the first week we only have one task, Adventurers, so we don't really have to choose. Adventurers means that there is going to be a battle, so before we go in, let's check out our monsters and traps up here first. So as I was saying, we only have 6 monsters and we have 2 traps. Okay, let's check the traps first. Circular Saw deals 10 physical damage and applies bleeding for 2 turns. And Furnace 15 fire damage and applies burn. And burn means 5% of maximum life as fire damage. Okay, let's check the first monster. Okay, so this guy has 100 hit points, he has 7 out of 7 motivation points. Motivation is lost when the creature is defeated in battle. He's gonna lose between 1 and 2 motivation points, or even 3 if you increase difficulty of course. And when he loses all motivation points, he's not gonna be in our lineup anymore, we're not gonna be able to use him anymore. And we can increase motivation points if we place the creature here in the garrison. His motivation is gonna go up by 3. But if we place him here, we're not gonna be able to use him in battle for 1 battle. Okay, let's place him back here. He also has 50 damage and 50 speed. So speed means which creature acts first in battle. Let's take a look at another creature, this one. This one has 110 speed, so this creature is gonna act before my skeleton guy. Down here we can see the resistances. This guy isn't that resistant to fire, obviously, so if he's gonna be hit by a fire attack, he's gonna take more damage than if he's gonna be hit by a physical attack, because he has 50% armor. Okay, let's take a look at skills now. So this guy has a front attack. There are 3 places in battle for the heroes and 3 places for the monsters. Front, middle and back, of course. So this guy can only attack the front unit for physical damage, and he also applies bleeding. And for passive, monsters behind the skeleton soldier take 15 less damage. So obviously we're gonna place this guy in front because of his passive. This guy also hits the front unit for 30 physical damage and applies bleeding 3 this time. And passive applies enhanced resistance to the monster of the group at the front and guaranteed critical to the one at the back. So we're gonna place this guy in the middle because of his passive. And this guy does damage to all heroes for 21 fire damage and activates Solar Blessing. I'm not sure what Solar Blessing is. I guess we're gonna see. And he also has an attack for the back unit that also reduces speed. Okay, let's check this Skeleton Mage. This one attacks the back unit for 60 physical damage and applies Vulnerable, which means damage taken is increased by 30%. And then he also has an area damage that also decreases morale. Okay, so each hero has morale and health. We can either kill the heroes or make them lose hope and go crazy, just like in Darkest Dungeon. I think you pretty much have to decide to either kill or demoralize them depending on the lineup of monsters and traps that you have, because some monsters are really good at dealing damage and some are good at mental attacks instead. And since my monsters are good at dealing damage, and I think maybe only this guy has a mental attack, we're just going to kill the heroes during this run. Okay, this guy also has an attack for the back unit, 55 physical damage, and he also gains dodge if the attack kills the target. And he also has an attack for the front unit. This guy is pretty good. This one, an attack for the front unit, 30 fire damage. Damage dealt increased by 100% if a monster of the group has been defeated during this fight. Okay, so if one of these 2 dies, this guy's attack increase. Don't really like him that much, but obviously that means that we're gonna place this guy in a secure area so he doesn't die first. Even though he has a lot of health, if you can see, he has 130, I think is the most health. And he also has an area attack that applies tiredness, which means damage dealt reduced by 20%. Okay, let's go into battle. So there are 2 monsters rooms, and we also have 2 trap rooms, and there's also a room in which my dungeon master is gonna cast a spell. These are the 3 heroes that we're gonna face. We can see their abilities here and place our monsters and traps accordingly. So this is the health, this is the morale I was talking about. We're not really gonna bother with morale because most of my monsters, as I said, deal damage. They don't have mental attacks. So let's check the heroes. So this guy has a back attack with air damage. She has also back attack with physical damage. Oh, let me check his skill as well. Gives 25% of one hero's maximum morale back after a fight once. Okay, so this skill is pretty much useless. We don't really care about his morale. She has dodges the activation of the first regular trap encountered. Okay. And this guy has a frontal attack. And replace one of her penalties with a bonus 3 at the start of her turn. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna choose this trap because it deals more damage. So why not? Okay, so I said that I was gonna place this guy first. Oh no, the skeleton first. And we have to place this guy here and this guy here. Even though I don't really like it because this is my strongest unit damage wise. And 2 of the heroes target the back unit. I guess I'm still gonna do it like this because of the skeleton's passives. Let's see here. Actually, let me go back. Can I even go back? Previous. Here we can also check which type of damage they deal. So this guy deals air damage and she deals physical damage. And let's see. The skeleton is the best one to be placed here because he's kind of resistant to air and he has 50% for armor. But if I place him here, none of the units are gonna get his passive. So I guess we're still gonna do it like this. Okay, but for the second fight, I want to place someone that has resistances. So I guess you go here. Because these other guys are really weak to physical and air damage. And this guy deals air damage as well. So I guess you go here. We're gonna do it like that. It's decent. And if the heroes somehow manage to reach the master, the master also has 3 attacks and he has a lot of health, as you can see here. He's pretty strong. They're not really gonna manage to kill him, but they can damage him and the damage that he takes persists through the run. Okay, so we're gonna use the skill, attack the first guy. Or maybe I should reduce the speed. I was playing on triple speed because I kind of understand how the game works. And that's how you want to play, otherwise it kind of gets boring. But for now we're just gonna reduce the speed. Here I think I'm gonna go with an area attack. Seems good. This guy is gonna die soon. He's not even gonna get another attack, sadly, because the heroes have more speed. At least we managed to kill this guy. He's gonna die from bleed. And now the frontal attack, this guy's frontal attack is gonna target the middle hero because he's the front hero now. So here we can choose one spell and let's check them. I don't even know what they do. 36 air damage. If a blessing is active, replace it with its opposite. And this deals damage to all of the heroes. 60 ice damage and 60 air damage to the front hero. And 96 fire damage applies bounty. The monster who defeats the hero gains 2 motivation. Okay, I'm just gonna go with the one in the middle because, as you can see here, it kills the hero. It deals the most damage. So we get some blood tears because we chose to defeat the heroes to kill them. And if we chose to demoralize them, make them go crazy, we would get blue tears, as you can see here. We also get some coins and we also have to choose a reward. So let's see. I think I'm gonna choose this guy, but let's read all of them. So this guy deals 40 physical damage, applies broken armor to the front guy, and 40 ice damage and applies turnness to the back guy. Not bad, and he also has a lot of health. 60 fire damage and minus 30 morale if the target is affected by at least 2 penalties. And minus 9 morale applies demoralize. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna choose this guy, I was wrong. 18 nature damage to everyone and poison, and 42 air damage and minus 30 morale. I think I'm actually gonna go with this little fellow. He has a lot of health. He has double the health of this guy, and his attacks are pretty nice. As you can see here, this guy lost 1 motivation, this guy lost 1 motivation, and this guy lost 2 motivation because they all died. But we don't have to worry about that too much. Here we can choose merchant engineer. Engineer is gonna... we can spend gold to upgrade traps. Here we can spend gold to train our monsters, and I'm gonna choose this. And I'm never gonna choose merchant. We just, you know, spend gold to buy traps and monsters, but we have enough monsters already most of the time, so we're just gonna spend the gold to upgrade them. The hard part is which one do we upgrade. Some of them cost more to train than others. As you can see, this one costs 250 and this one 175, depending on how strong they are, I guess. So let's see, if we upgrade this guy, he's gonna get a new passive. His attacks apply burn if Solar Blessing is active. Okay, so we have to use this attack to activate Solar Blessing, and then his attacks are gonna play burn. His health and his damage is also gonna go up. If his power, his damage goes up, all of his abilities are gonna deal more damage, obviously. For this guy, Solar Blessing. So this guy also has Solar Blessing. Applies vulnerable to the hero who lands the final blow. And Lunar Blessing Ghostly Charge applies shell to monsters in front of him, I guess. Not sure about this one. And his health goes up by 30. This guy gains dodge at the start of the fight. This is a good passive. This is a really good passive. His health and damage also go up. This guy, Solar Blessing, gains a random bonus when attacking. And Lunar Blessing, I'm not sure what Solar or Lunar Blessing means. Gains guaranteed critical when the guy, I guess. I'm not sure why the name here that I can't even pronounce is different than his name here. So I'm kind of confused on that one. Kills a hero. Okay. And his attack goes up by a lot, but his health doesn't go up. This skeleton guy, 38 physical damage, deals 100 of the final damage to the hero positioned directly behind the target. So if this attack kills the hero, it's also gonna deal damage to the next hero. His health goes up, his damage goes up, his armor resistance also goes up. This guy gets another attack, 6 air damage, not that much, and morale. His damage goes up. Okay, let's see this guy again. Solar Blessing. I have no idea what Solar and Lunar Blessing means. And again, a different name than his name, so yeah, kind of confused on that one. Attacks remove all bonuses the target is benefiting from. He gains 20 armor and 20 ice resistance. Well, you know what? I think we're gonna upgrade this guy. And this skeleton, why not? I really like his passive. And I'm upgrading this skeleton soldier because I think I'm always going to play him. because this passive is good. He's kind of tanky as well. It's pretty nice. Okay, so if we choose Therapist, we can increase their motivation, but we don't really need to do that, so we're just gonna choose a random event. These random events are pretty nice. Okay, let's see. A headhunter is here to show you a promising monster he has spotted on the job market. Do you want to recruit it? So we can pay 200 gold to get this unit, but obviously we don't have the gold, so we're just gonna reject. We don't have the gold to upgrade traps and we don't even want to do that, so we're just gonna go with another random event. A young man manages to sneak up to you and threaten you with a rusty blade. His face streaked with angry tears. He seeks to avenge his family, tortured and devoured before his eyes. You can gently pat him on the shoulder and show him the exit, amuse yourself with his suffering, or offer him as the gift to your employees. So if we spare him, we are going to get some blue tears. If we torture him, we are going to get some blood. Or we can increase the motivation of all of our units by 1 if we decide to offer him. I'm going to spare him because we are going to get blood since we kill all the heroes. But we have no way to get tears since we don't have any mental attacks. Okay, another fight. Let's see. So this guy, I'm just gonna look at the skills first. I think the skills are more important than the attacks. Applies dodge to the hero with the lowest life percent at the start of each fight. Okay, that's annoying. Applies poison 4 to the monster with the highest life at the start of each fight. And this guy is also level 2, as you can see here. And this guy is a freaking tank. He's level 1 and he has more health than the second guy who's level 2. Remove the penalty with the most tax applied from all heroes at the start of this turn once. This guy is really annoying for some decks when you play monsters who apply a lot of bleeds, a lot of burns and things like that. But my monsters don't really do that. They just deal damage, so his skill isn't that important here. And let's see their attacks. So this guy deals nature damage to everyone. Nature damage to the first guy and ice damage to the first guy. So my skeleton is kind of resistant to nature damage. He's gonna take a lot of damage from this guy because of ice damage. And here I think we're gonna go with, so this guy deals fire damage and this guy deals physical and ice. Let's see their resistances. This guy isn't resistant to physical and he deals ice damage to the back guy. Pretty nice. And their fire resistances aren't that great either. I want to go with this, but I'm gonna go with this guy because he has an area attack and all of them have bad fire resistance. Oh, that's pretty nice. Again, we're gonna go with this trap. We're gonna place the second trap here. It doesn't even matter. I don't even think they're gonna make it to this other group, but let's see. Oh, nature and ice. I guess this guy goes first and these other two don't really matter. I'm just gonna place them randomly to not waste time. Okay, so this guy applied the dodge to himself. We're just gonna use the only ability we have for the dog. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go with the first ability, the second ability. Wait. I misread that. So deals 100 of the final damage to the hero positioned directly behind the target. Also, this ability deals damage to the second hero even if it's not the final attack. I think we're gonna use it even if this other ability deals more damage to the monk guy. I think it's better to damage both of them. Here we're just gonna do this. This guy is gonna dodge, but it doesn't matter. Another bite. 25. This guy is dead. I'm actually thinking about using this one. I'm also gonna reduce his speed. So I might even kill him before he manages to... Oh, never mind. He still has enough speed. I'm not gonna kill him, I'm just gonna do this because he's gonna die to a trap anyway. So it's better to just damage the second guy as well. And this guy just dies to the ability we used earlier, the middle one. Okay, we got some blood and another unit. This guy again we didn't choose earlier. 50 nature damage to the front guy, 40 air damage to the back guy. 32 air damage, applies tiredness. Okay, I'm not gonna choose the parrot. He has 2 attacks for the front guy. And this guy has 2 attacks that deal more damage. 1 to the front and 1 to the back. I'm just gonna go with this Amaru guy. Maybe I'm even gonna train him. Okay, this guy has to chill out. Because if he dies again and he loses to motivation, we're gonna lose him. I'm actually gonna place you here. And you here, I think. No, actually I'm gonna place these 2 guys, both of them in the first room. And we're gonna place this guy in the front. Oh, this guy also has to chill, never mind. I think it's good like this, I like it. It's fine. Okay, let's just random event. You are invited to work lunch with your employees. They are chanting your name when you turn to pay for everyone comes. What will you pay for? +1 motivation for all available monsters. Okay, so I can either pay with money that I don't have or with blood, or I can just ignore. Should I waste my blood like that? I guess. It's fine. And we can even put this guy back in the party if we want. Do we? I guess we're gonna put him back in the party for one more fight. Okay, we can send 3 volunteers to plunder a place of your choice or random event. I honestly think the random event is better, but I'm gonna go for this one so you can guys see. Okay, so we have 3 choices here. These 3 guys are gonna go for it. So there's a 35% chance that 1 volunteer is gonna get injured for 10 weeks. So 10 weeks we're not gonna be able to use him. And it's gonna be one of these 3 guys at random. And the reward that we're gonna get, the volunteers are gonna get 1 motivation. And there's a 75% that we're gonna get another monster. Here they're gonna lose 1 motivation. But there's a 100% chance that we're gonna get a monster. And here, next dungeon, Tiredness 3 for all monsters. 75% chance. And that means damage dealt is reduced by 30%. But we're gonna get some gold and there's a 30% chance of an artifact. I guess we're gonna go for it. However, messing with a secret place like they did unleash the curse on you and on your employees. I guess we lost the 75% chance and we didn't get the artifact. We just got the gold. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, so here choose an employee to protect the sales department during a business trip. So we're gonna send I'm just gonna choose it and explain after. So one employee is not gonna be available for this guy for 5 weeks. If we choose this guy for 18 weeks and this guy for 8 weeks. So if we choose this guy with 18 weeks, we're gonna get this artifact. Damage dealt by monsters to heroes at their maximum life is increased by 100%. Not bad, but do we really want our mage to be unavailable for 18 weeks? 18 weeks pretty much means like 2 battles, or maybe even 3 battles. I think I'm just gonna go with this guy. We get a lot of gold, we get 20 blue tiers, and only 8 weeks. I think it's good. The artifact isn't that great either, so it's fine. Here we can transmute blood to tears or tears to blood, so we can change tears to blood or blood to tears or blood and tears to gold as well. But we don't really want to do that. I'm just gonna go with a random event. A banshee has offered her crying services for a very reasonable price. You could get a smaller quantity of tears for free if you show her one of your employees to get her all emotional. So we needed this monster in our lineup to get 10 extra tears. But I don't really want tears, so I'm just gonna refuse. I prefer having gold. Okay guys, so I'm going to end this video here. Thanks a lot for watching. I will split this run into 3 videos since it's way too long. I will not do a full playthrough of the entire game though, but if you want to see the rest of this run, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when the other 2 videos go live. If you need another reason to subscribe, then you should know that we try new games, especially indie games, almost every week on this channel. Leave a like to this video if you enjoyed it, ask me anything you want in the comments because I reply to every single comment, or even recommend games that you think I should try in the future. And I'll see you around. Peace.